First, let me say how happy I am to be in Albania for the 7th time. I came here first with Congressman Tom Lantos in 1990 to try to open the doors of Albania because I felt it was important that our motherland, Chypria, be democratic and strong so that we can then have a foundation to help the Albanian nation in Kosovo, the Albanians in Macedonia, and the Albanians in Montenegro, and that's what I am continuing to do. I'm proud to be here as an Albanian, but I'm also here as a concerned American, and I'm here as president of the Albanian American Civic League, and I'm happy to have one of our executive committee members and founders, Muslim Kuka, who is here with me on this delegation. And we came here just yesterday to spend 2 days in Albania. We brought the chiefs of staff of 3 congressional offices from the Congress of the United States of America for a fact-finding trip in order to help understand the situation of Albania and tell the American Congress why Albania needs to be a full member of NATO right away. That is the purpose of this trip.
Vizita juaj pra paska qëllim vërtet, domethënë fitimprur të çështës shqiptare, është fjala për angazhimin në struktura ndërkombëtare të Shqipërisë, një nga strukturat që rrit sigurinë dhe mbrojtjen e saj është pra NATO-a. Tjetër pyetje, si e gjykoni zhvillimet e fundit në Balkan? Kam parasysh këtu përpjekjet për planin e paqes, propozimet nga palët shqiptare, si dhe vizitën e Karaçiçit në Afrin.
Okay, well, we're going to spend 2 days in Albania, but tomorrow we leave for Macedonia because it's important to help the 1 million Albanians in Macedonia achieve full national rights in that multi-ethnic state. So we will be meeting with Gligorov on Monday because we want to see a census. We want to see a true count for how many Albanians are in Macedonia so that they can get proportional representation and equality with the Macedonians there. But the Albanians in Macedonia are a big concern. The Albanians in Kosovo are a big concern, and the national security of Albania is a big concern. And the question you ask about peace in the Balkans, I would say this, that the situation right now is very dangerous for Albanians because we have seen that the European community, that NATO and the United Nations is not doing enough to show Slobodan Milosevic its determination and resolve to fight against aggression. If the plan in Bosnia is to break up Bosnia into 3 ethnic republics or provinces, it is a very dangerous plan and a dangerous precedent for the Albanian people because it would show that aggressors like Milosevic, Karadzic, are able to draw the borders, new borders, with violence and blood and aggression. This is against Helsinki. This is against all of the UN principles for peace and self-determination, and it should not be agreed to by Izetbegovic. Now, when you mentioned the trip of Karadzic to Athens, it shows me that we still face a big danger because I believe it was Mitsotakis who said that Serbia and Greece share a common border. Now, what does that mean? That means that maybe they think that Macedonia should not be recognized as an independent state, and maybe Serbia should take part of Macedonia, Bulgaria should take part of Macedonia, and Greece should take part of Macedonia. That, to me, would not only be wrong, because the world has recognized Macedonia as an independent state. Albania has recognized it. But it would be wrong because then it would create a very big problem for the Albanian people. Then the security of the Albanian nation, the 7 million Albanians in the Balkans, would be even at greater risk, and Albania as a sovereign state would be at greater risk, because we don't know if Milosevic then wants to maybe do something with the country of Albania. We already see that Greece is saying that there should be autonomy for the Greeks in the southern part of Albania. What does this mean? It means that the national security of Albania is a big problem. And that is why this trip with the 3 congressional offices here in Albania is very important. Shumë rëndësi. I met with Berisha yesterday and Abnori, and today the congressional delegation is meeting with Adam Chapani and meeting with the general staff. We're going to see the military bases, the Air Force, the helicopter squadron, Endurance to the naval base, to make a report to Congress on how much more weapons and new technology the military of Albania needs, and why it's important to support Albania as a full NATO member right away. Because if we have NATO membership here, then the geopolitics and security of this region will be more secure.
Mendimi dominant I klasës së lartë politike amerikane është në harmoni me mendimin tuaj personal?
Well, that is why I am here, because many of them don't know what to think. They are confused. They don't have enough information. This is such a complicated issue, the Albanian national cause, that they need to know more about Albania and to know more about the Albanians outside of Albania. But right now, what they need to know is that Albania, as a democratic state, needs to be strong economically and militarily if it is to be a rock of peace or a foundation for peace in the Balkans. This is the discussion we had with Berisha yesterday, and he agrees 100% that we must make Albania more stable, and we must show Milosevic that Albania has the ability to defend itself, so that he will not do something stupid and try to do something against Albania or the Albanians in Kosovo or the Albanians in Macedonia. So the people in Congress now need more information. They are confused. There is too much propaganda from the Serbs and the Greeks, so that we need to get them the truth. Thomas Jefferson, one of the founders of the United States of America, said that information is the currency of democracy. So when you have information, you can have a better democracy. That is true for the United States, and is true for Albania. So I hope that I can play a role as a proud Albanian and as president of the Albanian American Civic League to bring the facts to the United States Congress so that they support Albania's membership in NATO right away, and that we help Albania upgrade its military forces, because the weapons here are very old. They still have Chinese and Russian planes and boats and tanks. And that is not enough when Milosevic has the most modern equipment. We saw what happened in Bosnia. We don't want to see what happened in Bosnia happen here in Macedonia and Albania. So it's a very good question, and I will continue to work specifically on this issue, because President Berisha asked me many months ago. He says, Joe, whatever you do, please lobby the United States Congress and the world, if you can, so that Albania becomes a full member of NATO right away, because it's important for NATO, it's important for Albania, it's important for the peace in the Balkans.
Thank you.
Televizioni bëhet gati, kur t'hin ajna më qënë kam e reshtu plasë se këtu edhe një qizdohet.
happy to be here in Albania again. This is my 7th trip, and you can be sure that I will be making many more to help my father's people, my people. And before I go any further, let me say that this trip would not be possible without the support of many people in America who want to help Albania, but in particular, we have a board of the Albanian American Civic League, and Muslim Kuka made sure that he made a very good contribution so we could come to make this trip. So I appreciate my friend Muslim Kuka for what he... 2 reasons. When I was here the last time, when the Pope was here, President Berisha said the most important thing was to make Albania a full member of NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So I brought the congressional delegation here to take the information back to Congress so we can help Albania become a full member. Thank you. We had a very good meeting yesterday with Dr. Berisha, about an hour and a half, and we met with Peter Abnori, we met with Adam Chupani, the advisor to the President on Military Affairs, and right now the congressional delegation is going around by helicopter to see the naval base, the air bases, and the army so that we can report that Albania needs America's help and needs the help of NATO right away to upgrade its military when we go back. But at least we have the offices of 3 congressmen working with me on this trip so that they can make a very detailed report to the Congress of the United States and get them to understand how important a strong Albania is to keep peace in this part of the world, in the Balkans. Have gotten away with literally murder with the ethnic cleansing because there was no resolution by the European community, by the United Nations, and by NATO, and the United States did not do enough. We have to be careful now that what happened in Bosnia does not repeat now in Albania or in Kosovo or in Macedonia. That's why this trip is so important. We are concerned with on this trip is Macedonia. Tomorrow morning I leave for Shkup. We meet with Gligorov on Monday because we must make a very strong case to the Macedonian government that until they recognize the full national rights of the 1 million Albanians in Macedonia, that the United States is not going to recognize them as a republic. I see they understand English very well.